and sweet.
"Evening to you, babe. Just calling to check in. I brought some dinner home from the deli."
Yum. I'm good. Just leaving now. I'll be home in about 10 minutes. I love you.
"See you in 10. I love you too."
She was still smiling as she got outside while she fumbled to tuck her phone back into her bag. She hadn't even noticed where she'd been going until she ran straight into someone a few steps up the street. "I'm sorry." She bent to help him pick up the things he'd dropped, oranges, apples, and fresh bread. "These look good. Mrs. Unger has the nicest produce." She finally looked up as they both stood, and everything just sort of stopped as pale blue eyes met hers and saw straight to her bones. Her knees went a little weak at the energy between them. Wow. So not her usual type. It was as if a Southern California surfer boy simply appeared before her eyes. Olive-toned skin, golden blonde hair, just a tad too long, an open assessing gaze, and from what she could tell with the clothes he had on, an athlete's build, too. A breeze brought it, the scent of forest and loam. She breathed deep, turning the notes of the music the smells made over on her tongue, in her brain. Sometimes Renee experienced things differently than most people, and right then, this blonde man had flipped every switch in her brain and body. Just looking at him and smelling his skin threatened overload, and still she could not get enough. The sharpness of it, the total unexpected edge of desire she felt in her gut alarmed her, even as she tasted the rich and heady flavor and craved more. But at the back of her mind, she knew this was not okay. She pulled herself back from that edge and shook her head a bit. He reached out and touched her arm, just quickly. And yet she felt the echo of it even after he'd moved his hand away.
"Are you all right?"
What a voice. Lazy, redolent with sex. Deep. Hopefully he didn't hear the slight breathy quality of her reply. "I'm fine. Your apples might be bruised." A puzzled look skirted over his features briefly until he smiled. Big white teeth, pale blue eyes, that hair. Renee took a step back to try and break the connection forming between them, but he took a step forward.
"I'm Jack Meyers."
He held out his hand and she took it. Instead of shaking it, he turned her wrist, bending to press a kiss just there, his lips against her pulse. He straightened slowly, and she practically yanked her hand from his grasp, even as his gaze held her still. Those golden threads of connection she'd felt just moments before were back. "I really need to get home. I'm glad you're okay." Her smile was too bright, she knew, too false and cheery, but he did something to her insides. Her insides belonged to someone else. "Thank you very much."
"Wait."
He took her hand again, and she didn't want him to let go, which startled her into doing just that. This was not okay. "I need to go. It was nice to meet you."
"Have dinner with me."
She tugged and he let her hand go, but she saw his features, knew he didn't want to.
"Candlelight wine and a few slow dances."
Something inside her liked that, responded to the idea, and that scared her. She loved Galen. He was her man, and she wasn't supposed to get all tingly and breathless about anyone else. She was being stupid, and it was time to simply walk away right then. "Thanks for asking, Jack. I'm flattered, really. But I can't. I'm with someone, really with someone. I don't have dinner with anyone but him." That was the truth, or as simple as she could make it anyway. She took one step and then another, letting the threads of connection between them pull and snap, feeling her connection to Galen right where it should be. "Night." She raised a hand to wave and turned away from him, toward home where she belonged. Once she'd done that, everything felt better and she relaxed.
"Hey,"
he called out, and she kept walking, but turned her head.
"You never said what your name was."
"I guess I didn't. Night, Jack." She grinned and turned away again. Jack stood rooted to the spot on the sidewalk as she walked away, as his mate walked away. The strain on his muscles burned as he held himself back, held his wolf from grabbing her and heading for the hills. One moment he'd been caught by the glimmers of gold and burgundy in her short curly hair, and the next, as he kissed her wrist, he'd been breathing her in, filling himself with her scent, until he nearly shook at the recognition of who she was. She was in him.